Hello again, or I should say, hola to our audience out there. This is Barbara Burgo, the exhausted Barbara Burgo, from all of this FIFA World Cup energy that we've expended over the last almost a month. We are coming to you at the beginning of
Just the start of the quarterfinals this week. So we're down to 8 teams now. So winnowed down quite a bit.
wow. I am the co-founder and curator of the Cape Cod Cape Verdean Museum and Cultural Center, but I almost feel like I didn't have to tell you that because I've been explaining what a Cape Verdean is and who Cape Verdeans are and where the archipelago of Cabo Verde is located for decades. And now we no longer have to do that. I teased Alan coming into the museum. I've been trying to be so kind and generous with my time and my spirit and saying, I can tell you that. I can explain where Cape Verde is, or like we say, the Republic of Cabo Verde in Portuguese. And after about the first 5 years of doing this, I think I want to say to people, just Google it, please. I wouldn't have to explain. Now, I don't have to say Google it anymore, Alan. They're coming to me saying, I Googled Cape Verde. And
Mm.
what an amazing story this has. Let's share some of the amazing story.
So, Vozinha, after that game that we talked about last time, was declared by the Guinness Book of World Records to have set a record for the oldest goalie in the World Cup with a clean sheet.
The clean sheet, he had to teach me what a clean sheet was, and I've learned it. And then he got
So he is currently actually 4th in the entire World Cup right now for the number of saves,
there you go.
which is incredible.
Uh-huh.
18 saves he made in this World Cup, 10
Saves.
against Argentina.
Oh, wow.
And 5 of those came against the world's best player and best striker in Lionel Messi.
See it. There you go. Um, I was going to say something about then he got LinkedIn follows,
Oh, Instagram.
Instagram
Yeah.
follows.
Yeah. Millions of Instagram followers.
What I'm hearing, and check my facts, because this has been going so fast and furious, and we're all having a blast. They had said he had had something like 50,000 follows
Mm.
um, just prior to the game, the first game. And then after that Guinness Book of World Records showing that he had performance, then they had told me it was 12 million. Someone told me that their family lived in Brazil, and Brazil was even rooting on Cabo Verde, where
Mm.
Lusophone speakers, countries that speak Portuguese. And now I heard every day it goes up
Mhm.
a little bit. So I had heard then it was 15 million by the second game. And then now the last I heard was 17.5 million follows.
Mm.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. So now the millionaires are going to be with all the
Mm.
promotional events that they're going to be doing, right?
Well, we certainly hope so. I mean, a performance like that from especially someone at his age, that's really the kind of the end of their career, usually around 40. So I actually looked into it. So there are currently 3 other 40-year-old goalkeepers in the World Cup this year.
Wow.
So Mexico, Paraguay, and Curacao were the other ones.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
And when we talked, he hadn't had his mom here yet, I believe.
Right.
So the first game, his mom didn't get to see it. There was some confusion or delay or lack of funding with the visa that came in. And so I had gone to Situate to share the first 2 watch parties with my friends, John Montero and Angela up there. And we were clapping like children at a birthday party when they showed the picture of his mom coming. I thought
Mm.
that was just a nice piece for all us moms out there that know that well, my daughter was a three-sporter in high school, and it's so important to support your children. Um, but it's also important to support your son that's gone across the Atlantic Ocean to this country where so many Cape Verdeans are to play in the World Cup. I couldn't have been happier for her, and she looks so proud of her son,
Yeah,
didn't she?
absolutely. And absolutely, well deserved. I mean, at this stage in his career, to be on that kind of a world stage and to perform, amazingly well. You know, like I said, one of the top three goalkeepers in the entire World Cup at this point.
Incredible, incredible. And so I don't know if I always want to say it, but I guess it's coined this phrase that Cape Verde is a Cinderella story
Mhm.
in the World Cup, right? Because I didn't want to liken us to Cinderella with the cinders on and the little housekeeper kind of thing. But, Cape Verde, the Republic of Cabo Verde, is not in the league wealth wise with the amount of dollars spent on these teams to get them prepared. So they were what some people say the underdog.
Mhm.
And we mentioned it the last time they were ranked, what, 67th?
And they're now ranked 64th in the world. All those games, really added up the points. And so, I mean, just tying Spain alone brought them up several positions. Um, Unfortunately, they didn't get any points for the game against Argentina, even though even Lionel Messi, after the game, was very impressed by the performance, and they actually him and Vozinha traded jerseys after the game.
Oh, they
So,
did.
but they decided to do it in the tunnel so they didn't disrespect any of the fans after such a hard fought game.
Oh, wow. And that's yet another, of course, proud moment for Vozinha. But
Mm.
what about a couple of the other folks?
So, I mean, Sydney Lopes Cabral, incredible goal scorer. He currently plays in the third league in Germany. I highly anticipate after his showing in this World Cup that he's going to get picked up by a bigger organization and he's going to be making a lot more money after this, as well as many other people on that team.
And I saw somewhere, and I don't know if you've
Mm.
done any of this research, that even Cabo Verde, what kind of millions did somebody say that they might be getting from the World Cup just for their performance,
Mm.
for making it?
For making it to the knockout stage, yeah, absolutely. There's, all sorts of financial incentives for each stage. So just being able to make it out of the group stage is certainly going to be a nice windfall for them
Yeah.
and help them to continue to build this program. I mean, it was really great to see Portugal even rooting for Cape
Yes.
Verde.
Yes. Everybody everywhere, all across, not just
Mm.
Cape Cod. I got calls, contacts, hits on my phone from California, from Canada, from Maine to New Hampshire to Cabo Verde and Portugal and so many
Mm.
other folks just rooting for Cabo Verde. So that tells me that starting this museum and
Mm.
cultural center in East Falmouth and the support that we've gotten from folks at FCTV and the town, and of course, this peninsula and the islands, Massachusetts altogether, was very fortuitous for us to get it started 5 or 6 years ago. The little bits and pieces that we've been able to drop of knowledge around here about Cabo Verde was multiplied a millionfold based on the World Cup. Um, and we would hope, I would hope, so I'm going to say this wish out loud. Sometimes it doesn't come true if you say it out loud, but I would need some help with this. I called my friends from Bridgewater State U to Situate to Cabo Verde. Um, we'll let a little bit of the gold dust settle And I don't want to forget these guys and wait for the next, what is it, 4 years?
4 more years, yeah.
Nope, can't do it. So, what I've already put an ask out there for is maybe we could get a couple, 3, 4, 5 of the players to visit us here at the Cape Cod Cape Verdean Museum and Cultural Center and hopefully get an interview or two right here at FCTV. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea. We would love to celebrate, such incredible players and such great teamwork too. I mean, so well disciplined. The whole team really worked together to make it that far.
Yes.
So to come and recognize them would be incredible.
Incredible. So we'll have to start thinking of incredible ways to get this dream to come true. But Cabo Verde just made a lot of dreams come true. So we don't ever stop at one dream. We keep dreaming. Again, the small country with a big heart. The small museum with a big heart. The last thing we'd like to talk to you about is the fact that the entire games are not over, the entire tournament. And so what we are doing here in Falmouth is folks had notified me this July 5th that they were hosting a watch party. Could you tell us more about that, Alan?
Yeah, so the Immigrant Rights Coalition is hosting on July 19th a watch party at East Falmouth Elementary. And you guys are going to be sponsors right next door.
Yes, my friends Sandy, Fame, and Sylvia got in touch with me and said a watch party is coming, and it's July 19th. And I'm almost getting a headache saying, how much more pressure can we take to watch all these parties? This is the most football, soccer I ever had in my life, but it's been made so much more fun with folks like Alan to help guide us along through all of the ups and downs and the goals and non-goals and um technicality that we've seen along the way. So Sandy asked if we right next door to East Falmouth Elementary School could be open on July 19th during the day. And if people are going for the watch party, it starts at what time? The earlier?
So the game is from 3 to 5, but the watch party celebration is going to start from 1 to 3. They're going to have all sorts of fun events and food trucks and soccer demos and stuff like that. Of course, weather permitting.
Weather permitting. And we've put up a nice tent over there in
Mm.
the grounds at 67 Davisville Road. And in the middle or before the watch party, the game itself starts. You can come over always for free at the Cape Cod Cape Verdean Museum and Cultural Center next door. And I'll be there to give tours. We'll be there to answer questions. I can't say that we'll be there to have any of the tubarus there at the time, but I'll certainly wear my shirt and we'll have a soccer ball or two. And we thank you, as always, for all your support, for everything. Cabo Verde, Cape Verdeans this year, the World Cup, USA team,
Mm.
Brazil teams, all of the teams. They did a fantastic job, and I think the country now is ready for more soccer throughout the United States, don't you?
Absolutely. I think, the US had a great showing this year, making it to the round of 16. I think that's about the farthest we've ever made it before. And so it was really impressive. I think the red card kind of overshadowed everything a little bit there. And if there's one thing soccer fans love, it's a little bit of controversy. so,
I think all
so
sports fans
right.
love a little controversy.
So certainly fired up the Belgian team a little bit. But, we still have one African team left in the World Cup in Morocco.
There.
So, there's still a good team to pull for there. They're going to be playing France. So it's a real tough competition there. But if they take a lesson from Cape Verde, who was able to tie the European champions in Spain, and then to force, the current World Cup champions all the way into the 120th minute of extra time. I I I really think that's just an incredible performance. was so close to getting to penalties and possibly squeaking through,
Yeah.
but now we got to root for Morocco, and hopefully we'll have a nice African team to watch there in the finals.
That would be great. So, from all of us here at FCTV, bye, buddies, Alan and the staff, and Cabo Verde, we say Viva Tubarões Azuis, and it says, I am a blue shark, and it says, Creature, my love. We love the blue sharks. Thank you very much for following us all the way through to the end of this World Cup, and we'll talk to you soon.